Welcome to The Soft Life with me, Candy Washington, where we explore all things self-love, manifestations, and relationships with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. So be sure to subscribe, share, and join us on Patreon. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. As always, I'm your girl, Candy Washington, and this is The Soft Life. So before we dive into today's episode, which is 5 easy ways to reinvent yourself that you can actually start doing today. Yes, they are that simple. You can start doing today to reinvent your life. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Also, if you need additional help, don't forget to check out our courses. We have manifestation courses, self-love, lifestyle design, and so much more. We also have a free self-love guide and newsletter that you can grab as well. So with that, let's dive right on in. So when I talk about reinvention of yourself, what I really mean is 2 things. One, having a particular goal in mind that you want to achieve or get to, combined with true transformation of who you are being, of how you're showing up in the world. To me, that's reinvention, meeting a goal and then while becoming someone else. So getting what you want while transforming who you are. To me, that's what reinvention is. So let's talk about a couple of ways to do this, okay? The first way is to create an authentic life through self-awareness. We're going to create authentic goals and authentic life through self-awareness. What I mean by this is sometimes we think, oh, I want to reinvent myself, right? I want to be a CEO of a company, or I want to start my own company, be an entrepreneur. I want to do this, and this. But we haven't stopped to actually think, is this what I actually want? Is this actually the person I want to be? Is this actually the life I want to live? Or is this just what society, my friends, my family, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, the media has told me how my life is supposed to look and go, who I'm going to be in order to be valuable, worthy, lovable, and enough in this world? Am I only worthy and valuable if I become a CEO of a Fortune 500 company? Am I only worthy and valuable if I start my own business and be this boss babe entrepreneur? Am I only lovable, worthy, and valuable if I get married and start to pop out kids? Is my worth tied up to my relationship and being a mom or a dad, whatever the case may be, whoever's listening, Is that why I want these things? Or do I want these things because I truly want them? Not everybody wants to be an entrepreneur. Not everybody wants to be a wife or a husband. Not everybody wants to be a parent. Not everybody wants to be a CEO, So I think the first step in reinventing yourself is getting really clear on who is it that I actually want to be? What is it that I want my life to actually look and feel like? So a powerful journal question is, what would my life look like if the only person I had to answer to was myself? Now, be honest with yourself about where you really are in life and what you actually really want, where you actually want to go, right? But what would your life look like? How would your life feel? Who would you be if the only person you had to answer to was yourself? Script out what would that perfect day look like if you were the only person. It might look like starting a business. It might look like becoming a mother. It might look like getting married. It might look like climbing the corporate ladder, but it might not look like any of that. It might look like hiking for 5 months. It might look like, freezing your eggs. It might look like breaking up with your boyfriend. It might look like quitting your job to do something else. It might look like anything. But the important thing is for you to get clear on, what do you want it to look and feel like for you? Not for the clicks and the views, not for your parents to be proud of you, not for society to say, atta girl, here's a gold star. What would it look like for you? Because from that place, that is the place from which we want to actually design and reinvent our lives, from that authentic place. Which leads us into number 2. Have a vision for your lifestyle. Now, this is different from just have a vision for your life, or have a vision or a goal for how much money you want to make, or the next milestone at your job. A lot of times people think goals and visions are just for money and your job. What's your 5-year plan for your job or your work? I'm talking about have a vision for your lifestyle. This means, what do you want every aspect of your life to look, and more importantly, to feel like? Who do you want to be in your new lifestyle, right? So now in the first step, we got clear on, who we authentically want to be. Now, in a general sense, now we're getting specific on the vision of your lifestyle. Do you want to be someone who wakes up at 9 a.m., 5 a.m., noon every day, right? What is your lifestyle? Do you want to be someone who, lives in the cold area because you want to go skiing every day? Or do you want to live in warmer weather because you want to go surfing every day? Or do you want to do warm weather in the summer, cold weather in the winter, flip it or flop it, whatever? How many children do you want to have if you want to have children? What quality of relationship do you have? Are you married? Are you not married? Are you single? What is the quality of your relationship? Just don't say I want to be married. Get clear on what type of marriage you have. What does your partner do? What are they like? What's the quality of your marriage? It's one thing to be married. It's another thing to be happily married. So we want to get very clear and specific about the lifestyle that we have. Do you want to work? Do you not want to work? Get clear on the vision of your lifestyle, and then the goals. Then you can build specific goals within each bucket. What kind of body do you want to have? Do you want to be super athletic, or do you want to be like long and lean? Get really clear. What type of friends do you want to have? What do you do with your friends? What type of relationships do you want to have with your family? Your relationship to yourself. What does your day look like? What does your month look like? What does your year look like? What does it feel like? So have a vision for your lifestyle. You can do that through scripting, through creating a list, through vision boards. But you want to get clear on what is the vision for how I want my life to feel. Do you want to feel less anxious, less stressed, less depressed? Do you want to have this amount of money, this amount of thing, whatever it is? Get very clear on the vision of your lifestyle holistically as a person. Okay. And then number 3, now we want to start adopting the new behaviors of the version of yourself that you just detailed out. So number 1, we got self-aware on the general level, on the macro level of who we want to be and what we want our life to look like. Number 2, we got very specific about how we want each aspect of our life, aka our lifestyle, to be. Some people have a luxurious lifestyle. Some people have a rustic lifestyle. Some people have the CEO lifestyle, the entrepreneur lifestyle, the stay-at-home mom lifestyle, whatever it is. Now that we've gotten clear on the specific type of lifestyle we want holistically, physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, our relationships, Now what we have to do is actually start becoming it by doing it. Adopt new behaviors, get very specific about it. For example, maybe the new version of you want to lose weight or get in shape. And when we talk about losing weight or getting in shape, it's not about being some type of cookie cutter Instagram model thing. We're talking about you want to just, be healthy for you, right? Instead of just saying, I want to lose weight, my lifestyle is that I'm, this healthy, I'm this whatever. That's great. Now you want to start adopting new behaviors. What does that look like? So you want to lose weight. Maybe you start meal prepping. Maybe you start, blessing your food, saying thank you food for being the nutrient filled and mineral filled and, working for the highest good of my body. Anything that in this food that's not of my highest good easily goes away. Maybe it's changing the relationship you have to food. Maybe it's drinking a lot more water, cutting out certain things that aren't, healthy for you. Maybe it's doing yoga, doing Pilates, going on walks in nature, going to the gym, getting a personal trainer, and then having a schedule of the habits, because that's all a lifestyle is. It's a collection of habits. Then start getting into the habits of adopting those new behaviors. So if the version of you that you are becoming, that's the transformational part of the reinvention, the version of you that is becoming healthy, right? And the goal is to lose weight, tone up, tighten up, whatever it is. That's the reinvention. Then the way in which you do that is to start adopting the habits of the version of you that already is that person. So the version of you that is healthy might be doing some meal prep, going to the grocery store, prepping out the meals for the week, cooking more at home. They might be blessing their food to get it energetically aligned to be good for their bodies. They're drinking more water. They're doing more juice shakes, whatever the case is. They're moving their body. They're swimming. They're dancing. They're walking. They're working out. They're moving that, right? So you start to now adopt those habits. But don't go to the extreme. Don't think, oh, now I have to go on an extreme diet, extreme weight loss, extreme whatever. It's not about that. It's about, if I were already the version of this person that I'm becoming, what would my daily habits look like? That way you can start small and gradual and just let it become your daily habits. You're not going from point A to point Z. That's why a lot of crash diets don't work on anything. Like, we're talking about food right now, but you can apply this to anything in life. When you try and go from A to Z real quick, usually you burn out. You think this doesn't work. You get, quick results that don't last. But when you just say, what would the version of me who already have what I want, what would their day look like? Maybe it's waking up earlier. Maybe it's going to bed sooner. I don't know. You know what I mean? Maybe it's that. Maybe it's going on a dating app and starting to go out on dates, putting yourself out there more. Maybe it's pitching for new clients in your business. What would the version of you who has what you want, what would they be doing? But you don't do it in a way that is, all the way to A to Z. If you're like, well, the version of me that I'm becoming is a millionaire, so I'm going to go out here and max out my credit cards because the version of me would just be spending all day. Well, no, the version of you wouldn't max anything out because the version of you would have enough money to cover it, right? But the version of you that is a millionaire, they might walk through the mall or, Rodeo Drive or whatever it is. And they might be thinking, oh, I can buy that. Oh, I have so much money. I love that I always get what I want. Oh, wow, I just checked my bank account and it's overflowing with money. Money just comes to me in so many ways. I love that I can always get what I want, right? That is also becoming a habit is also your thinking patterns of the version of you that already has what you want. So you don't go out and recklessly spend your money because you're like, well, I'm acting like the version of me that's a millionaire. No, the version of you that's a millionaire thinks, oh, I always get what I want. I have enough money for what I want. You know, I feel so supported in this life. I feel so safe in this life. You know, money is support. Money is safety. I can always buy what I want. Money just comes into me. I never have to worry about money. Money is my best friend. Money supports me. That's how you start adopting the habits of the version of you who has what they want. It's not about being reckless in your real life, extreme dieting, maxing out the credit cards because the version of me is thin, the version of me is wealthy. No, it's about doing things that are very practical and gradual that leads you into becoming that version of who you are, into manifesting that version of who you are. That's what it's about. Because the more you start to think like a millionaire, that's when you get millionaire ideas, millionaire downloads, millionaire connections. And then the money will start to flow in. And then in your reality, you can start spending and doing all of that stuff. But it always starts with the mindset of becoming the version you want to be. So you want to do things that are within your control, that are practical. And then you also want to start thinking from the place of the version of you that already has what you want. That's the transformation part, the thinking and the doing, the becoming. And then the goal part is getting what you want. And then that is the reinvention. Okay. Number 4, you want to plan, schedule, and follow through, right? So we talked about this, adopting the new behaviors. But if you really want to reinvent yourself, plan your days, your meals, your outfits, your gatherings, your content. Be prepared. Plan out your days, time block, and take action. Create routines, nighttime routines, morning routines, skincare routines, workout routines, nighttime routines. Catch up, times when you're going to catch up with people, catch up on your work, workout and mental. Be prepared, plan and schedule it out. I have a morning routine that I do every morning. I do my prayers, I do my affirmations, I do my meditations, I move my body, some type of, physical movement. But I plan it out. I check it off, because I want to stay on track. It's also a great way to look back and say, oh, wow, look at all these things that I did. Look at everything that I accomplished. And you get that boost. Plan out your day. Meal prep, plan out your outfits and your schedules. Don't just say, oh, I really want to connect with this friend that I thought of to connect with. Put it in your schedule. Saturday, 2:00, call Jane Doe, call my friend, call Jane Joe Schmo, whatever it is. Be prepared. It's like that saying, if you don't plan, you plan to fail. Plan out your stuff. Make time for your self-development. Make time for your self-care. Make time for taking care of your mental, of your physical, of your emotional, of your spiritual. Plan it in. Because if you don't plan and schedule and actually make the time to do the things that's going to bring you closer to who you want to be, you're going to fall back into old habits, old ruts. You'll start to put it off. And then you're going to look up in a month, in a couple of months, in a year, in years, and you're going to be exactly where you always were. So plan and schedule. Make it a priority to work on yourself. Make it a priority to do things that you want to do. And then last but not least, check in with yourself regularly. You've got the plan now, but check in to make sure that's still your plan, because you're allowed to change your mind. You're allowed to grow. You're allowed to be flexible. You're allowed to have wanted something one day and not wanted something the next. That's okay. You're allowed to change your mind. You're allowed to change course. So check in with yourself regularly. Is this still the life that I want? Is this still the person that I want to be? Is this still the lifestyle that I want to live? So check in with yourself to make sure that the path that you're on is still the path that you choose. And also check in with yourself to make sure that you're doing the things to get what you want, to manifest the life that you want, to manifest the version of yourself that you're becoming. Are you doing daily habits that are reflective of the version of you that you're becoming? Are you thinking the thoughts of the version of you that you're becoming? Are you planning? Are you scheduling? And it should be fun. It shouldn't be a burden or a chore or homework. This should be fun. You are deliberately designing your life. You are intentionally co-creating your life. This should be fun. Use your imagination. Be happy, be gleeful. This should be fun. You are designing your life. You are inventing who you are. This should be fun. It shouldn't be, I got to plan in my meditation. I got to plan in a journal. It's like, oh my gosh. I get to script out and write out who I'm becoming, the experiences I want to have, who I want to be. Wow, I get to just take out 10 minutes of my day and just see myself living the life that I want. Getting what I want, being who I want to be. That should be joyful. That should be fun. That shouldn't be a chore or a burden, right? That should be fun. So make the journey fun and check in with yourself, because it's okay to change your mind. It's okay to want something different in you. And then also check in with yourself to make sure you're still on course, that you're doing the things that's going to bring about manifesting the next version of yourself in the quickest, highest way. So like I said before, if you need additional support, we have courses on manifestation, self-love, on lifestyle design. I also do private coaching, and also join our free self-love guide. Get it down below and join our newsletter as well. So with that, you guys, happy reinvention, and put it down below. How are you going to glow up? What's the next level for you? What do you want your life to look and feel like? So with that, you guys, I will see you next time. I love you. Bye. Welcome to The Soft Life with me, Candy Washington, where we explore all things self-love, manifestations, and relationships with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. So be sure to subscribe, share, and join us on Patreon.